location of a professional wrestling podcast. That's right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the Shoot Brothers podcast.
Yeah, PWP.
PWP, baby. It's the only wrestling podcast online that is hosted by myself, Cameron Osborne, and my co-host, Mike the Shoot Shepherd.
Woo!
The only one, folks. There's not a single other one that does this. And that's the Shoot Brothers promise.
Yeah, there's sports entertainment podcasts out there, but we're the only wrestling podcast.
And not only that, we're the only wrestling podcast hosted by the two of us. So I think
That's right.
that's also it. If you want a podcast hosted by either one of us, this is the one that you have to listen to.
Good point.
This is a great point indeed. Folks, we have a great show this week. Holy shit. Not only did something happen in WWE, but shit's happening all over the world.
Yeah, we sometimes we got to cover more than just wrestling when something major in sports happens.
Oh my God, I don't even
something transcendental.
I don't even want to do the whole second half of the show. I'm almost done with that. I'm so excited to talk about That's Right, because not only I don't even know where to start. Saturday was probably one of the biggest nights
of the year.
As a fan of, I think the week prior was that like Game of Thrones finale and another Raptors game.
And Money in the Bank. Yeah, so that was pretty big. Game of Thrones, I didn't care, but still 2 out of 3.
This Saturday just blew it out of the water.
Yeah. So before that, we had the Raptors closing out Game 5 very nicely on the Thursday, but then that set up the biggest night of our lives on Saturday.
Oh, boy.
A fucking chance to win the series, Game 6 in Toronto, to go to the NBA Finals. And at the very same time, there happened to be a pay-per-view called Double or Nothing, but as a man, as a Canadian, as a Torontonian,
we knew Double or Nothing would be there for us later.
Yeah. After. Just avoid Twitter, avoid spoilers, just watch it later. But that basketball game you had to watch live, and goddamn, was that the right decision?
God damn!
They were what? Fuck! They were down. They were up. They were down with like 2 minutes left of the third quarter, down 16 points or something, and no problem.
They were down 15 at 2 separate times.
Yeah,
and then like go on this 23-5 run to bring it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clutch in the fourth quarter, man. That's what they did the last couple games. Fucking Gasol, he doesn't take a shot all game, then he'll just in the fourth quarter, boop, 3-pointer, no problem. Huge.
Raptors are going to the finals, baby.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Tomorrow
night, Thursday, Game 1.
Yep.
Yeah. Have you looked at tickets at all, or is it way too ridiculous?
We'll be there, bro.
You're going.
I'm going.
Oh, man.
I'm going. I'm going to be there.
Yeah? Are you willing to share how much you spent on these ones?
Yeah, they were expensive as shit.
I saw some people posting just some shit.
It was probably like a little bit less than a month's rent.
Okay. But that's fair.
But this is it. This is the NBA Finals. Yeah. This is...
No, I mean, this could never happen again. This could be the greatest moment of your life.
That's the thing, right? That's the thing. That game... the Game 6 we just had, or this Game 1 that we will have coming up, was the biggest Toronto sports moment of our life.
Yeah, pretpretty much.
Of our conscious life, yeah, because I'm not counting...
I don't count that either.
Were you an excited 2-year-old?
No, I mean, all I remember is having like Blue Jays pajamas and being like, "Hey, Blue Jays." They'd be like, "Name a player." You'd be like,
couldn't name
the Blue Jay.
Joe Carter.
Yeah. I mean, I do remember. I mean, I've had conference finals for the Toronto Maple Leafs and for the Raptors, but yeah, never a championship final that I can vividly remember.
I think there was a good Leafs run in like 2002 or something.
Yeah, 99, 2002. They made it to the conference finals, but yeah, couldn't get past that hump.
Never could.
The feeling was there, and this feeling is back, and that's why this is so exciting. So goddamn exciting.
It's so goddamn exciting.
And everyone fucking, like everyone, the major of the sports world, 90% of them probably are picking Golden State. But you know what? We have home court advantage. We finished with the better record, so why the fuck can't we do this?
It could be an even.
The Bucks were the best team in the league, and we beat them. So
I think let's not hold us out. Let's watch the first game happen.
Let's see how it goes. If we can take Game 1 or something, then that's huge momentum.
We could. Yeah, no, we totally can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuck Yeah.
So let's just see what happens. Let's play the first game and then we'll make our calls. But I have Raps in 6.
Oh, I'm the same. Raps in 6.
Raps in 6 would be sweet. I think I would rather Raps in 7 so we can win at home.
On home.
I think yeah. Oh, well, of course, right? I mean,
yeah. I've got to say, I've completely 100% flipped on the Drake curse. He is now the opposite. He is cursing the other team.
He's cursing the other guys.
He got in the Bucks' head. I loved it. I loved that shit.
I want to give a quick shout out to Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood, we're looking out for you. We're sorry that your Toronto date was canceled. But we also didn't foresee the Raptors going this far, making it this far. So Game 2 was supposed to be the Carrie Underwood concert. So they've had to.
I also heard that 21 Pilots got canceled as well.
Boom! Take that, 21 Pilots.
So sorry,
I don't know
fellas.
who you are. But
you
know that
you
you're
definitely
fucked.
know some of their songs. You would definitely know some of their songs.
I think I know one of their songs, but I think
it's like the.
It's like no.
My name is Blur.
Folks, this isn't a 21 Pilots podcast. This is a professional
song talk. It's
wrestling
time for song talk.
podcast. Folks, that's right, because AEW was live from MGM Grand this past Saturday, the 25th of May. It's time for an AEW pay-per-view. AEW. All Elite. They coming for you, Vince. Better watch out. It's too sweet. Fuck yeah. Okay. Double or Nothing, folks. The first official AEW pay-per-view, because All In was, I guess, still before they,
It was not. Yeah, there's not branded AEW. Technically, we can't count it.
Entitied themselves, folks. This was so exciting. Everything from. Of course, we're going to talk about all the matches, but, Mike, throw in I'm going to throw in what I observed, what I liked about what I was watching as it went on.
Shuffle the deck, roll the dice, stack the chips.
If WWE is the standard of a professional wrestling, kind of professional production on the grand scale, what's this going to be like? Mm-hmm. What's how are they gonna how is AEW gonna make their first big mark in the professional wrestling world?
They left a big one.
They left a big one, that's for sure. Did you caught the pre-show? I sure as hell hope so.
Oh yeah, I caught everything.
Of course you did.
Or what they called the buy-in. This was the buy-in.
That's what it was called.
Got to keep the casino theme. Yeah.
The buy-in, folks. The first match that we're getting on the card on the pre-show is the Casino Battle Royale for a future opportunity at the AEW World Championship.
Yeah. So the winner of this will face the winner of Jericho Omega, and that'll determine your first ever AEW champion. Whenever that is.
This Battle Royale style, we talked about the rules. The rules were simple and totally understandable.
It was a little with the groups coming out and stuff. At one point, it was kind of weird, but it worked out. It all worked out. It
all kind of worked out in the end. Really, a lot was going on. What I loved about this was that we're still allowed to get to know who people are.
Yeah, no, like. All these guys, even though there was a lot going on, they all had their little moments, little spots.
Did you have any standouts or dudes who you saw and were stoked on, or?
Yeah, one of my big standouts of the whole night was fucking MJF, man. He was the heel carrying this match. He was everything he was doing when he fucking went up to Dustin Thomas, the guy missing his legs, called him Lieutenant Dan.
That was a good line. That was a really funny line. You know what? Well, MJF is he's been on being the elite in the past few months. He's big. Him and Brandy fucking hate each other.
Yeah, but I think.
But
MJF
Cody likes MJF, so whenever Cody's around, they pretend to really they like each other and they're all friends. And as soon as he leaves, they're just like, "Fuck you, fuck you."
That's hilarious. No, I think he can be top heel in this company, man. He's got such good personality, everything.
Great potential top heel. We got to see Michael Nakazawa.
Yeah,
who was a lot of fun and got
the baby oil
popped. Huge pop. That was a lot of fun. Guys like Jimmy Havoc from the UK.
Yeah, Jimmy Havoc. At one point, who was it? Joey Janela had his lit cigarette, and then Havoc grabbed it and put it out on his head and stapled his balls.
Joey Janela, another dude who.
He was my other hero of this match. He took all the beatings.
I gotta say, so favorite of the match, or out of these new people who I was seeing, I recognized a fair amount. Especially like we saw Sean Spears come in.
Yeah, he came in at number 10, I think.
At one point, and Billy Gunn, we saw that too. My favorite All Elite roster member out of this match has to be Orange Cassidy.
The 22nd man.
When he comes in,
I am somewhat familiar with him. I've seen his gimmick and his sloth hands in his pocket shit.
You know what? I've never seen it before, but dude, and everyone there knew what was going on.
They knew it. It was hilarious.
I was able to laugh along. I thought it was so funny when he goes for this little like shin kick.
Yeah, and they're like, pops. "Oh yes!"
Everyone pops like he just won a championship. It's just like,
yeah. It was no. I love this guy. I'd seen one clip of him before this where like he came out, did the same thing, hands in the pockets, but he hit a suicide dive without ever taking his hands out. So it looked awesome. Ballsy move.
Did he run at full speed?
Or
like kind of full.
We gotta look
like
up the
he
clip.
kind of like
he had to go a little bit to make it clear the ropes, I guess. But
right.
Yeah.
But
yeah, a couple other
lot of great stuff here. Towards the end, though, kind of like our last two dudes there are MJF and Hangman Adam Page, who is the Joker. He was the winner.
Yeah.
Of the thing.
Although I think technically Orange Cassidy came out after him anyway, so fuck it.
Okay, whatever.
22nd minute. But yeah, fucking Page and MJF for the final two. Page gets the win. Great match. There was a couple other cool spots in it, like when fucking Luchasaurus chokeslam Joey Janela out through the table, and he just fucking crumpled like a little.
Yeah, he really went down hard. I don't know if you noticed that.
And my other little nitpick, Dustin Thomas. The rules say both feet must touch the floor, and that man technically has no feet, so shouldn't he win?
I was also wondering that.
I mean, luckily they didn't make a joke out of it because he had some cool spots. He hit his little 619 450 splash, and
there was an episode of I think it was on Cody's YouTube channel when they went. So I guess Dustin Thomas is super popular in his own little city. I can't remember which city it is. When like Cody shows up at this independent wrestling show and hey man, we'd love for you to come to Double or Nothing and compete in the Casino Battle Royale. So it was super cool. Like they found him.
Yeah, no, and he seems like, obviously there's a bit of, he's like a bit of an attraction because of his his missing limbs, but he's definitely works hard in there, and he was fun. A lot of the crowd likes him, so yeah, good for him.
Yeah, I think we can look past that real easy. We already know that it's not real. So
yeah, so it's fun. Like if someone sells for this guy, we're even more excited. We're like, yeah, go, you can do it.
Yeah, selling for Orange Cassidy would be a dream come true, quite frankly. So that's it. So Adam Page is our winner. He will take on the winner of Jericho and Omega.
Yeah, fun match, fun battle royal. We had those couple other legends in there. Tommy Dreamer, Glacier doing his mist spray at one point. But yeah, it was a fun match.
It was a lot of fun. Next up on the pre-show, we had Kip Sabian and Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, the Panda Man.
Again, yeah, they made a point of that. Again, if you don't know anybody in this match, that's totally fine.
Yeah, it was still just a fun cruiserweight match. Yeah, I remember one awesome spot. Sammy, he had Kip on the hanging off the apron, and he hit a shooting star press onto the guardrail, and it was just fucking cool. I don't remember what Sabian's finisher was. Sammy went for the C360. Sabian got the knees up, and then he hits his finisher, gets the win. Good match, though. Great match.
Exactly. Yeah, and the fans are gonna if you kind of know somebody, at a show like this, like, oh shit, I kind of know you.
I mean, it was like 205 Live, where even if they don't know them by the end of the match, they usually win the crowd over, and everyone's having fun.
Yeah, everyone's having fun.
But this was a much better crowd than 205 Live. So.
You know who's having fun? The show is about to start. The main card. Who do we see? None other than JR making his way to the commentary area.
By God! Yeah.
By God! They did this other fun thing. I like the way they introed with the camera backstage, and they kind of walked through. I think Matt
he did a little walk up.
Super kicking somebody. Cody's arriving. I think Kenny Omega's playing video games also.
Yeah, and he had his new his hair was kind of purplish tonight or something.
So, yeah,
wasn't the blonde that we're used to,
which was pretty cool. It was like that. Hey,
fresh look, fresh,
and also that look of you can be backstage and not have a reporter have to facilitate the backstage thing. Yeah, just commenting on what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying?
Just people hanging out before the show, getting ready.
Oftentimes, we already know the camera's there, but let's pretend that the reporter's not there.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a reality show, you have your Big Brothers, you're this, you're that, you're Survivors. It's not like there's somebody walking around with a microphone asking you all the questions to respond. No, it's the guy with the boom just waiting for you to live your life.
They dress him up like a tree so you don't feel like he's there.
Is that how they do it on Survivor? No shit. So we're kicking off with some great tag action. Of course, at the Double or Nothing announcement in Vegas a few months ago, the Young Bucks said that they're bringing tag team wrestling back to the forefront. Bay. So, of course, we are getting SoCal Uncensored versus the Stronghearts to kick off the Double or Nothing card.
Yeah. You can never go wrong with a hot tag match to get the crowd rolling. This was a fun match. They were into everything. SoCal, fucking Christopher Daniels. How old? He's almost like 50 now, but he can still go just as well as all these guys.
I think everyone involved in this match is a little bit older. These are not young dudes.
True, yeah.
These are lifelong.
There ain't no young bucks here.
Ain't no young bucks. These are like lifelong dudes. Of course, I think AEW has a deal with an Oriental wrestling promotion, OEW. I think they kept saying
Oriental Elite Wrestling.
No, Oriental Wrestling Entertainment, OWE. That's what they kept saying.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's where a lot of this talent also comes from.
All right. Yeah, SCU, they do get the win here with their finisher is pretty much like a Meltzer driver, but it's not the exact same, isn't it?
I think they called it, and they even called it something else.
Yeah,
but it was like something Meltzer.
Yeah, like the one, I don't remember who did what, but the tombstone's the same. It's just they do like a flipping moonsault. I don't know, but it's a good finish, good match. SCU wins. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that match.
That's all you have to say about that one. It was a great way to open the card. Fast-paced match. I like this wasn't a tag match. This was not a tag match at all. It was just kind of crazy.
Yeah.
All around, which is cool, which is totally fine, I think. To start off the card, we can kind of throw out those traditional tag rules out, maybe.
Yeah. Do you remember, what was the name of the masked guy on commentary?
That's Excalibur.
Excalibur, yeah, he was great all night. You know
what? Yeah, one thing.
Like him and JR did a really good job. The third guy was just kind of there, but yeah.
So one thing I really enjoyed, again, just we're gonna say it as we see it. We weren't always getting instant replays after something happens in the ring. We'd only get the instant replay after the match. Yeah,
after the match, they just play the whole package, and it gave it more of a sport feel to it.
Because when we're watching a normal pay-per-view, they'll cut to the instant replay, maybe sometimes have it the live action in the corner, and then the screen gets larger to kind of make up for whatever space.
Yeah.
Something's different. Yeah. Did you notice that right away, or did you kind of notice that in retrospect or something?
Yeah, no, I noticed that by like the second or third match that they weren't doing any because there'd be like a big movie, like holy shit, and then sometimes I would actually just rewind it because I did want to see it again right away.
Exactly.
But yeah, so yeah, it was fine. It was definitely seemed like a conscious decision on their part. So
this is it definitely seemed like something they were doing on purpose. Again, yeah, the commentary team will work on it. Will work on their chemistry, but it was a pretty good first go at it. Like that was their first match to actually call. I thought Conrad Thompson was supposed to be on commentary. I just thought he was because
maybe they didn't want two Southern accents on there.
Maybe two Southern. Yeah, maybe. Well, that's a good point.
He was like, "Come on now, who booked this shit?"
And see a definite AEW PWG thing coming up soon. Excalibur and Joey Ryan are two of like the founding members of PWG.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and like they continue to operate the business. I think so.
I just heard a piece that Joey Ryan has turned down a contract from AEW.
Turned down, really?
That's what I've heard.
Huh.
That's just a little. Someone passed that dirt along to me. I can't.
I don't want to know. Okay?
I'm not gonna say who. All right, let's move on to the next match, shall we?
We have our first ever women's match in AEW, Fatal 4-Way between
history.
No,
wait a minute. It's just a triple threat. Yes.
Triple threat. Come in with Allie on commentary too. I know that she former Impact star, Canadian, had contract disputes with Impact, and now she's shown up on an AEW show. So I guess that means she's in. She's in.
She's in like Flynn.
She's all what?
I don't know, some movie.
Okay, so we're getting a triple threat match between Dr. Britt Baker, Nyla Rose, and Smiley Kylie Ray.
Jepsen? No, just Kylie Ray. Yeah, but before the match starts, Brandy Rhodes comes out. She cuts a promo and she's got her gear on. So we're thinking, are you getting in the match? She's like, nuh-uh, I'm gonna put in someone awesome, and that brings out the surprise, Awesome Kong. Do you know Awesome Kong?
I had not heard of her.
Yeah, so she wasn't around that long. I think she only had one match in WWE, and then she got like pregnant and then injured. And
okay,
but she's in the show Glow. I love that show on Netflix.
Oh, no way.
Gorgeous Ladies Wrestling. So
yeah.
Anyways, nice surprise. The crowd knew who she was. They popped for her. But yeah, they had a good little match here. Britt Baker ended up getting the win with her awesome little twisting neck breaker brainbuster thing. A lot of these wrestlers, I don't know what their finishers are called yet, but we'll get there.
We'll figure it out. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We just got to figure it out.
But Dr. Britt Baker, the real-life dentist, gets the win here.
DMD. This was great. I think all these women had like a thing to do in the match. They had a thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, they had little spots, little moments.
Mm-hmm. I like Kylie Ray's unwavering smile. I think that's really funny. Even like Awesome Kong's coming down to the ring and she's like smiling, like waving at them, like, "Oh hey, nice to see you."
Yeah,
nice to see you. Like, that's kind of funny. Stick with it. Boom.
Yeah. No, there's another girl later on that was very happy as well that we'll see. But yeah, we got another tag match after this. The Best Friends versus Jack Evans and Angelico. Is that how it's pronounced? Angelico?
I don't know.
I feel like yeah. Jim Ross said it one way and Excalibur said it the right
way. Yeah. Jim Ross has one way he says people's names. He's like,
"Hey, Angelico."
That's all he's got. He says things one way and that's it.
Yeah, but no, just another great tag match here. Don't have anything. Yeah, I don't remember any.
Yeah,
like,
Chuck Taylor is the only one who I've seen wrestle before.
Chuck Taylor, I'd seen it in his partner Trent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd seen him as well a little bit before, but yeah, no, these guys, they make you learn a little bit about them.
Boom, another thing. Did you notice that they called them wrestlers all night?
Yeah.
They did not call them sports entertainers. They did not.
I don't think you'll ever hear the term sports entertainment. I don't think you'll ever hear the term universe to refer to fans.
It was so refreshing just to hear just the term wrestling used. Was so, I didn't think, using the real word could be so satisfying.
Well, people in WWE, they use that as like a point. It's almost like a swear word now when a wrestler's like when Daniel Bryan was making a big, he's like, "I'm a wrestler. You're just John Cena." Everyone's like, "Whoa!" It's basically like calling him a cunt on live TV, using the W word on WWE. What's that W stand for in WWE?
World.
Like, no, the other W. It's, you know what I mean.
World entertainment.
Yeah, worldwide entertainment.
Worldwide entertainment. That's like the next thing they're going to do. Yeah, we're not even wrestling anymore. We're just entertainment.
But the Best Friends, not you and I, the Best Friends, I'm just kidding. They get the win with the Super Crunchy, which is a cool looking finisher. And then after the match, the crowd is chanting for these two teams to hug. And they oblige, and the crowd loves it. But right then, the lights go out. And then they come back on. There's two men in the ring. And then the lights go out again. And then they come back on. There's a bunch of minions. And then the crowd just starts chanting, "Who are you?" As the mystery team hits their cool-looking finisher. And then they all just join them. The minions join them in the ring. But, yeah, I didn't know who this team was. Some people know who they are.
Do we know who they are? Because
I think like 95% of them didn't, but apparently they are someone from some federation or promotion.
Totally. Oh, totally.
Like somebody out there knows.
I just I didn't. I should have looked into who they actually are. Again, when you're being introduced to new dudes, I guess that's going to have to happen, right? We're not going to be able to immediately see like, oh yeah, it's that guy.
Yeah, I mean the lights out spot. It's always they're trying to give you a surprise, and maybe they didn't want you to know who they are. Maybe they wanted you to. I don't know. But
yeah,
either way,
you know something's coming, and then you're like, oh shit.
It's like obviously it's not going to be the Undertaker, but
Yeah. Obviously, it's not going to be like, oh my god,
What's he doing here? Okay.
And right after that, there was like an immediate tag match right after that with nobody. I didn't know a single person from this match.
I knew one, the legend.
Which one was that?
Aja Kong. Aja Kong.
Okay.
The classic, the big girl with the face paint. Mm-hmm. So it was Aja Kong, Yuka Sakazaki. She was the magic happy girl. And then Emi Sakura, who was dressed as Freddie Mercury. That was great.
That was pretty cool.
Versus Riho Hikaru Shida and Ryo Mizunami.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You could probably say it without the little
No, that's respectful
flair.
to do it like that. No, it's actually more respectful to do it that way.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yes. That's how they say it. That's how you should say it. So lots of fun characters in this match. The crowd was pumped to see a legend like Aja Kong. She was the big powerhouse of the match. She hit an awesome-looking pile driver straight up at one point.
Straight up,
great to see pile drivers.
Yeah.
And then at one point, she brought her little metal trash can in the ring, but then Shida had a kendo stick, and they were just dueling back and forth, just pew pew. And then Shida ended up taking an unprotected shot to the head. So those are allowed in AEW.
Well, maybe they're not allowed, but they're tolerated. I'm gonna say, like they're not
encouraged, but
like, hey, if it's really gonna help the match, go for it.
Yeah. At one point, Sakura Mercury gets tagged in, and she started doing the stomp, stomp, clap, leading the crowd in the "We Will Rock You," and the crowd got into it.
Yeah, the crowd was into this whole match, despite maybe not knowing. Even I was, despite not knowing anybody.
Yeah, and then the one botch of the night happened when Sakura hit a moonsault. She got the pin, and it was only a 2 count, but the timekeeper fucked up and rang the bell, and the ref's just like, "No, two, you dumb fuck." So that was a small botch, but the crowd didn't care. They got right back into it. And then the finish comes when Shida hits the Daniel Bryan running knee on Sakura for the win. So fun match, good stuff. Learned a lot about these women in this little match here.
It's funny, a week out of Money in the Bank when they seemed to be blaming the officials for all the shit. It was funny to see it. When I saw that happen, I'm like, oh shit, this is going to be like an angle. Like the other team's going to win. Because it was actually only a 2 count, not a thing. Like it almost didn't feel like a hiccup at all.
Yeah, like because they moved on from it so quickly. Like I think it was honestly just a tiny little botch, just a quick ring the bell. The ref's like, "No, 2."
And then they kind of went back. But it's nice to see that the ref was like, "No, bitch, like that was a 2. Do the spot again."
And the commentators didn't dwell on it and being like, "What happened there? Wait a minute, his shoulder was no."
Yeah, it's exactly go along with it, right? Someone makes that little mistake, it's like, "Oh, that was a 2." And then suddenly it's the guy who rings the bell's fault.
Yeah.
Suddenly it was that guy's fault.
And the guy that we don't have to watch.
Well, he's never on camera. That person's like behind a little barricade.
Larry.
Behind a little barricade with a little hammer just going like ping, ping.
Yeah.
Ping, ping, ping.
Oh, man. But after this is when everything, the fucking wrestling world peaked. Everything was amazing.
This is where it all happened, folks. We know what what our last 3 matches are going to be because we ran the card last year, last week rather. So we know that up next we are getting Cody and Dusty Rhodes in a
Dustin
Rhodes. Sorry, in a what was it, last final ride? Was that
something like that?
They gave it.
Right before the match, it was kind of funny. Jim Ross seemed a bit lost here. He was talking like, "Now, up next, I'm not sure exactly where we are here." And then they had to help him out. Other than that, that was fine.
Because they were far away. They weren't ringside. Commentary was
they were like up
ringside.
in their own little like production booth or something, or I don't know.
Which was an interesting take on it.
Yeah, it was kind of like it was like at a hockey game when they show the guys up in the stands before the game. They're talking about stuff.
Yeah, it's like they're just in their swivel chairs. They turn around and talk to the cameras, and then they turn back and then like review the action. They had their monitors and stuff there too, but.
Yeah, I bet JR likes it more because you can probably in between matches have time to go take a piss and come back. And you don't.
And I think also didn't JR get take a huge bump in Japan recently? When he was
an accidental bump.
An accidental bump, obviously. No one's power bombing JR.
And he was, and people were mad about it because he wasn't aware of the spot, and they basically just threw a guy into him or something.
It was something like that. So maybe it's safer for that 95-year-old man to be up there. Anyways, folks, before the match even starts, They go a little too on the nose with this one. Oh, I forgot to mention. No, before
the entrance
at the beginning of the show, the executive vice presidents of AEW, they come out and give their little talk, and
like, we're here.
Matt Jackson makes this funny thing, or one of them does, where he's like, we're like 20,000 people at MGM, and he's like, you dude, it only fits 13. He's like, it's wrestling, you round up.
Yeah,
and then I thought that was pretty. I thought that was a pretty funny, like an obvious jab at WWE setting attendance records every single this thing, that thing, the other thing.
Yeah.
And then so then coming out here, Cody comes down to the ring, and there's a very Triple H-esque obvious seat throne.
It's got skulls. It's got his little emblem.
Yeah, the little like biker logos and shit like that.
Yeah.
He makes his way down to the ring. Brandy gives him the sledgehammer. He goes up and he smashes it.
Yeah, right when he hits it, a little like poof,
a little poof, a little maybe a little too on the nose, but in terms of maybe the start of a new era. That was maybe
war?
Like a I don't mean a war, like a ceremonious. We're coming for you.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Start of war.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, not a war, not a war.
And yes, why not? A friendly war where both competition rise because they make each other better.
So both these guys make their way down to the ring. We're in the ring. The crowd is fucking hot.
Yeah, Dustin, he's not Goldust, but he's got very similar bodysuit. He's got the half face painted red. He looks fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the crowd is hot as hell. They're chanting for everything. They're chanting for Dusty. They're chanting for both of these men.
Oh, that was it was like right to kick off the match. I think they had a quick back and forth, make it back to their corners. Everyone's yelling Dusty, and Dustin points his finger up, and then Cody's. You can see it. Cody's a crier.
He's a crier. By the end of this match, we were all crying.
This is not the first time. He's cried. Hey, that's we're all. Well, I'm a crier.
Yeah, I fucking cried at the end of this thing. I'll tell you that for sure right now, and I'll tell you again.
I cried this morning thinking about Game 7 that I was at. Yeah, there was a little moment. Yeah, Dustin points up at the sky, and then you see Cody have to like wipe the tears away from his thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know where you want to start with this match. It was told so well.
It was.
I'm not jumping any conclusions. Or anything.
We won't jump to the big tide turner quite yet, because early on there was some fun stuff. Cody did his Stardust cartwheel and taunt, just kind of like playing with Goldust in the crowd, like, "Hey, remember that shitty character? Now I can make a joke."
Remember that?
Yeah, and then Goldust did it back to him at one point, the little taunt. But yeah, crowd was hanging on to every single move, every single punch. Brandy was out there trying to cheat early on. She was splashing some water in Dustin's face. And then at one point, Dustin sets up Cody in the corner. He's putting his legs up for the Shattered Dreams, where he runs in and kicks you in the balls. But as he's doing that, Cody removes the middle turnbuckle, exposing that razor-sharp, deadly steel turnbuckle, sharper than a surgeon's scalpel. So Dustin comes running in at Cody. Cody ducks out of the way. Dustin nails his head on that, and then he goes out of the ring to kind of recover. Brandy hits him with a spear, just blatantly in front of the ref. So she gets her ass thrown out of there.
DDP carries her away. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah. Everyone was cheering for it too.
Yeah, and then all this distraction, this allowed Dustin to definitely blade himself here, because when he got up,
oh my god,
he was leaking like a fucking faucet.
Yeah,
like this was. But this, so blood,
blood
back
is
there was
everywhere. Like it was like a UFC mat. Like the mat looked like a UFC mat.
Yeah, and it wasn't just like a cut that was dripping. It was just consistently flowing out of his head.
It was a crimson mask, as they say.
Yeah. Like this was one of the most it wasn't quite that Eddie Guerrero level, but this was one of the most pretty brutal blade jobs. But in this context, this was amazing. This worked so well. I'm not against blood, but yeah, if you do this every match, every night, it loses all point, loses all meaning. But in this, it made this match fucking reach a whole another level.
Agreed.
Because he gets back in the ring. It keeps getting in his eye and blinding him. Cody fucking rubs some of the blood on his chest, and he's just fucking keep viciously punching his brother in the head, just busting him open even more.
And he's covered with the blood too now.
Yeah, like his hair's getting to
everyone's
he
just covered
does such a
with
good
blood.
job. Such a good job playing the evil bastard here. At one point, Cody hits a curb stomp on Dustin's head, and they zoom in, and you can just see the blood fucking pouring out.
Pouring
it's crazy.
out.
Yeah. But no, they don't even get a towel. If this was WWE, the ref would have the gloves on. They'd be putting a towel on his head and shit. Yeah, so Dustin, he obviously bladed himself. I don't know if he meant to be quite this bad or if this was just the perfect amount he wanted, because he definitely nicked himself real good here. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Cody's beating on his ass for a while, but Dustin's able to fight back a bit, and the crowd is so hot, and so am I. Yeah, no wonder AEW is rated TV 14, because this was such a violent looking image.
Yeah, if that's like what the rest of the content is going to be, possibly. Yeah. Wow.
Cody takes off his belt at one point and goes to hit Dustin, but then Earl Hebner takes it away, and this allows Dustin to grab it back. He pulls down Cody's pants and slaps his ass in front of everyone. Then he hits a Texas pile driver that made the crowd pop like crazy, which is it's almost like a Canadian destroyer, but slightly different. Yeah.
I love how it's slightly different. So just like it's a different country name. Like, didn't we have the American Destroyer? Was when who does that? It's like when Andrade does it on, or when Rey Mysterio does it on someone else.
Andrade, something like that. And then Dustin, he hits the huge avalanche suplex off the top, followed by a crossroads. That was our first big kick out. Crowd was like, holy fuck. And then Cody hits his crossroad, but Dustin kicks out. So we're going back and forth. Dustin hits another one. Cody kicks out. So holy shit, this is getting wild. Cody even busts out a vertebreaker at one point. Then he picks up Dustin. He hits the final crossroads.
I think one of those four looked really good.
One of the four
One
crossroads?
of the four looked...
I like Dustin's better than Cody's because he does it a bit different.
I can't remember which one, like who it was on.
Dustin, like he picks you up, and then as you're falling, he turns, whereas Cody like turns right away.
I like that one because there's more of like a jump, and then you're turning in the air.
Yeah, like
down.
It looks like, oh, you might not make it.
Yeah. I think that was the one. So I guess one of Dustin's.
That was Dustin.
I liked.
Yeah, they both call them the crossroads, even though they are slightly different. Mm-hmm. But Cody does get the win after the final crossroads here. And holy fuck, what a match. 5 stars. 5 stars.
5 stars.
Has to be a 5-star match.
Easily, that's a 5-star match. After the match, Dustin Rhodes in the corner there, and he gets the mic, and the tears are flowing at this point.
Yeah.
Cody,
crowd's chanting, "Thank you, Dustin."
And they're chanting, still chanting for Dusty. Cody barely gets through a promo after where he asks Dustin Rhodes to be his upcoming tag partner in one of their future events. I think it's like in July or something.
Yeah, and the emotion. This was not acting. This was just real. Here, he was talking to him, and he's like, "I don't need a partner. I don't need a friend. I need my older brother." Yeah, and it's like the tears just start flowing.
And it's like in that paragraph, it was like those 3 sentences. And the first one where he's like, "I don't need a partner," he says pretty normally, and then the second one he's like, "I don't need a friend." And then he's like, but a little bit more tears and like choke up a bit, and then he barely gets through the "I need my brother." What a hell of a match! There's no way that is not.
Yeah, that's match of the year right now, and maybe one of the best matches I've ever seen.
Of the year.
Yeah, that could be the best match you've ever seen, mate.
That's what I was. That's what I was, Mike, and that's what I told you before. As a professional wrestling Padawan with a limited scope of experience, when I think of what a wrestling match should be, that had all the things.
That was everything.
That was everything it could have been.
That's the best story you could tell in a ring, right there.
Right, and
you didn't care who was going to win or lose. You didn't care how many flips you saw or didn't see.
Isn't that what it's about, though, too? Right? Like, it's supposed to be about the story they tell us.
Yeah, and Cody is showing on the last.
I think
between this and All In, Cody had the 2 best storyline matches on the show both times.
What was his All In match? Oh, right, the
when he won
Nick Aldis.
the NWA title.
Right.
Yeah, and Brandy was there, and she took the elbow for him and all that shit, and it was such a good match.
Right, and the dog.
The dog was there.
The dog was there.
Yeah,
Dog's not taking any bumps yet, though. we'll give that some time before their big husky is taking bumps. Match of the year. Don't know what else we can say about this one.
Yeah, no, they hug. They walk up the ramp together. So they will face the Young Bucks in July or whatever that pay-per-view is. Yeah. Even after they went to the announce team, you could see they were just wiping away tears from their eyes.
They were all, like Excalibur's trying to get under his luchador
he's
mask.
like under his mask, like, oh god.
He's like,
that was amazing.
They all said it, like, we just got allergies. So like, oh, something's my.
Yeah, no, that was just picture perfect. What wrestling should be, what it's all about.
What
the
it
right
should
use
be.
of blood. If you want to know when blood should be used right, that's when.
That's how we use it. But
yeah,
on the complete other side of the spectrum, in terms of a match point of view, next up we do have another tag match. We have the Young Bucks taking on the Lucha Bros.
Wait. We had a nice segment before this.
Right. So we are getting a presentation of the AEW World Title Belt and what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
And
who's surprised? Yeah.
The best there is. The best there
Two-time
was.
Hall of Famer.
And the best.
I don't think Lacey Evans was in the house.
Easy. What? Come on. Come on. Ooh, that's heat. That's some cheap heat, brother. You're in Canada now.
Yes. All right. Yeah, sorry. Bret the Hitman Hart, the legend, the two-time WWE Hall of Famer who was just on WWE television like a month ago, is here in AEW. Holy shit.
How does that work?
Bret doesn't give a fuck.
Bret doesn't give a fuck. He hates Vince just as much as everybody else does.
Yeah. It's a long con for him. He just wants to rub it in on Vince any way he can.
Anyway.
Yeah, so he's got the belt. It's all tucked away in that little velvet bag like they like to do. Mm-hmm. Cuts a little promo. He brings out the winner of the Battle Royal. But then MJF comes out uninvited. Crowds call him an asshole. He tells him to shut up. He's cutting a promo, and at one point he's like, "Wait, Bret, look out! There's a fan coming up." He's like, that was awesome. Like he was the heel of the night for me. His promos are so good. He's so.
Oh yeah, and he will be a top heel once this shit gets rolling.
Yeah, he calls himself the face of the company, not a horse like Paige. He wants the title shot, and then finally Jungle Boy comes out and confronts him. But Maxwell blows him off, and then Jimmy Havoc comes out, and the three men just kind of surround him and beat him up, send him packing. And then in the middle of all this, Bret reveals the title.
He just whips it out. He just whips it out while they're brawling.
And he's holding it the wrong way at first. Like, Bret, turn it to the camera, you idiot. How many times have you done this?
Not enough, apparently.
Yeah. But the belt did look good. It's a nice looking belt. Big, shiny. Not a giant A on it or a giant W.
Yeah, big,
looks more like
big and gold, the logo's there. It has
it's like the NXT UK titles. It's classy. It's
symmetrical.
Nice.
Yeah, and I look forward to seeing it on someone,
Yeah.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on a body.
Yeah. So who knows? I guess that'll probably be at I don't know what show it'll be at. Would they wait all the way to All Out, or would they do it in?
Well, I don't know. You and I are gonna be there, so let's. So maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll see it live.
Maybe.
So yeah, that's what our belt's gonna look like. I don't know if you heard, Bret Hart fell off the ramp.
Did he?
Going back up? Yeah, it was like seldomly caught. Yeah, it was like seldomly caught on, Twitter videos or whatever.
Yeah.
He had a little slip up when he was trying to leave. That's okay.
Yeah, I saw him have a bit of a tough time getting out of the ring. Like I don't think he can bend his knees all the way, so he just kind of like falls down on his back and then rolls out. I don't know.
That sounds sad. Coming up next, okay, so we know we have two more matches left, folks. So we know that one of them has to be the Young Bucks taking on the Lucha Brothers for those AAA World Tag Team Champs. I guess AEW and AAA has a working relationship together also.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point we'll get our own AEW tag titles, but for now,
course, yeah. I did see a thing like an Instagram live with Matt Jackson. He didn't say how many tag matches, or he didn't say how many belts they're going to have, but he said not many. He said not many belts are going to be really important.
Yeah.
So possibly
you need
possibly
one world title,
a tag and a women's.
Yeah, to start, and then maybe somewhere down the line a second singles title.
Yeah.
But yeah, those ones are enough. So you have just one big title to go for, and if you don't want to go for that, you go in a tag match.
Yeah, there you go. That makes sense. Yeah. This match too was another whole. It was funny. I had just as many holy shit moments as I did in the Cody match.
Yeah,
but for complete different reasons.
Yeah, this was your quick flip, fun, crazy wrestling.
It was a 25-minute spot fest.
Yeah.
It was sick. It was sick.
Yeah, it was awesome. We got some pyro for entrances as well. Lucha Bros got pyro, and Young Bucks had their nice Elvis jumpsuits on.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, I like those with the
yeah.
They're...
And the whole we didn't really talk about the whole entranceway was cool with like the two separate sides and like the little cylinders they come out of. And
oh yeah,
kind of.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, that's the thing. We got to throw in these observations as we go.
Yeah, and they had the poker chips on the stage, and which will come into play at the very end.
It was a simple set, and you can do that at an arena. A larger arena like that, just have the two screens over there. You're gonna have jumbotrons anyways, but you don't need to make it insanely over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, so good presentation.
Good presentation. Any spots in this match which that stood out to you?
Yeah, just so much. They're two of the best teams in the world, just fucking nonstop. Phoenix did some crazy combo where one of the Bucks was like nutted on the ropes, and then the other one was held on by Phoenix, and he like doing the arm spot. He runs up, grabs one, does a Hurricane Rana combo off the other. It's hard to describe, but at one point Pentagon hit the Canadian Destroyer on the ring apron. And then Phoenix hit one of his own in the ring for a near fall.
You can't describe. Yeah, I love the Pentagon.
They were just throwing everything.
I love Pentagon Jr.'s pile driver too. Like that's fucking deadly. He's a huge dude.
Yeah, and fucking Excalibur did such a great job here. Like, just go like every time the Young Bucks would hit like one of their big moves, like this is what they used to beat, and then like some other old team from some old feud. Like Excalibur seems he knows everything about everyone. I love it.
He's a fan.
Yeah, so like when Young Bucks would hit one move, like that's what beat blah blah blah. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Great match,
all
just
the
back and forth, nonstop.
450 splashes, 450 moonsault combos. We end with the Meltzer driver, of course. The Young Bucks take the win. Jesus Christ, eh?
Yeah, what a match! Yeah. Like this, if it wasn't for Dustin and Cody, this would have been match of the night. But that was just so hard to follow. But they still followed it. They did a great job. What a fucking amazing match!
It's like, I guess you work enough with a couple guys, you work enough with the same people. Yeah, you're gonna know how to make. You're gonna know how to do this right.
Two of the best tag teams in the world. I'll never get sick of watching these guys wrestle.
Is it over between these guys?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they'll wrestle again, but
because the Lucha, I don't think the Lucha Brothers are
signed?
No, I think they're still free agents, but they do their they do their own things in Mexico, and
they'll be in bed with AEW though.
Because
we need more.
I did see that coming up at Fyter Fest. Is it Fyter Fest or the one after that?
Yeah, Fyter Fest at the end of June is their next.
Yes, it's the Elite versus right.
Yeah. How do you say no fear in Spanish?
They kept saying it.
I know. I need to learn one of these days. It's a cool time. It's like Casero, Fotera.
Yeah, and they had the little hand thing, and everyone's in on it. Everyone's in on it too. Yeah.
I need to learn that for next time.
We'll have to learn that for next one.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, that's right. That means it's main event time. Back when a main event should mean something, And I think in this instance, it did. Because Kenny Omega's taking on Chris Jericho the winner of this match will get a future AEW World Championship match.
Yes.
So who's it going to be? Who's it going to be, Mike?
Well, wait, where am I? Sorry, I got lost here on my thing.
You never get lost. So this is the first match we've seen between those dudes.
Alpha versus Omega here.
We saw these guys at Wrestle Kingdom 2 years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
Is this what they call the grudge match? Is that what the second one is? The grudge match?
Normally the grudge match is the third.
That's the third one?
No, wait. No, that's the rubber match.
This is the rubber match.
No. The third match is the rubber match if it's tied. Because then you get... I don't know.
Okay, this is
it's Alpha versus Omega. Okay, Alpha versus Omega.
This is a match between these two bros.
Yeah. So, just... excuse me. Still a great match. Jericho looked a little bit not quite as in shape as he did a year ago.
A little bit thicker.
A little bit thicker, a little bit pastier, but he can still go, of course.
THICC.
Omega's nose got busted open pretty early. I think he broke his nose. I heard.
They kept saying his nose is broken.
Yeah, so that's got to be a bit hard to breathe. They had lots of action with the toughest table in the world out there. Like Kenny Omega did a flip onto Jericho into the table, and eventually they broke it, but it took a couple tries.
Took a couple tries.
That tough
one thing,
table.
so those were tables that were unlike WWE or New Japan tables.
Yeah, so they weren't quite as crazy as New Japan's, but they definitely weren't nearly as flimsy as WWE's.
Yeah, it seemed like they could put something up. And also one thing that I noticed also on like a commentary thing, besides I was watching wrestling without hearing, I didn't hear the word boss time or big dog, so that was pretty cool. But also they kept bringing up that it's like the ref's discretion when to start the count. I thought that was
for
pretty.
What?
When they're outside the ring for countouts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing. And I was like,
it's kind of always.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
One thing also, the ring or the announcer, like who was announcing the match, they did this thing that they do in PWG. They announced like the time limit also.
Yeah. Justin Roberts, I think, was the announcer.
Yeah, I thought that was
former WWE.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we didn't have any
tag match.
We didn't have
30-minute time limit. You're like, okay.
Yeah. So eventually, if they do that for every match, eventually we'll start seeing some draws just for storyline purpose.
That's a good point. Yeah, something goes over the 30-minute. Better be a damn good match if it goes over the hour mark, though. I just gotta say that you better impress the fuck out of me if that's gonna start happening.
Fucking good match here. Jericho hits the code breaker. We didn't get to see
a couple code breakers.
Couple code breakers.
They do a spot. They did a spot at the end where I think they like semi botched it, and then they did it again.
Yeah, like he had him up for the one wing angel, and then Jericho reversed into a DDT, but the first time around they kind of just like fell out of it, and so they didn't go right back into it. They did a couple more moves, and then they did
tried
it again,
which was really funny. After their Wrestle Kingdom match on Talk Is Jericho, the two of them were doing an episode, and they talked about a similar spot in that Tokyo Dome match, which didn't happen the first time, and then they called it again. They're like, no, like it's a good spot, let's do it again. Yeah. Where they hit it. So it's cool. That seems like that seems like super rare. If you don't hit something, it's like, no, give it time. We'll get momentum back and do it again. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Some people are better at it than others. Like some people, more of the rookies they might have more trouble recovering from that, like not making it look obvious that they fucked up and they're just trying to do it again.
Right. And I think if these two guys can make it work in that case.
Good Canadian guys.
But eventually they do hit that spot, which looked great. Yeah. Because
it looked awesome.
I think like Chris Jericho hits Kenny Omega with the DDT, but he doesn't like get on the ground yet. So it's kind of like they're both flipping in the air at the same time. Yeah. For a second. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so he does that. He does some more code breakers, and then finally he hits his Judas effect. To defeat Kenny Omega. So, I don't know. I was kind of expecting Omega, but yeah.
This match got me. But I was thinking, though, there's no way that every single fucking exec EVP of the company could go over. I think that would look bad. Well, and I was still fine with Jericho winning. One thing about how this whole card was booked, like nobody looked bad on this entire card.
Yeah.
It was crazy how that works. Like Kenny, I know AEW keeps saying that wins and losses are going to matter and things like that, but maybe not officially yet because we do need a baseline of where things should start off at.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega losing doesn't lose anything because Chris Jericho gets the mic and I was listening to some interviews post. This was more of a shoot for him. They had the idea of what it said, but he's like, I'm Chris Jericho. I'm going to write what the fuck I'm going to say. And I think that Cody and the Bucks are kind of like, yeah, you're right. So he's going off about how he is the draw, how his name brought AEW to prominence. He's the best thing in the entire industry.
Yeah,
he's making a lot of good points. Also,
he's demanding. He says, "No one's thanked me. No one's thanked me. What the fuck? This company's not for the fans. It's for me."
He wants a thank you, and then with no lights turning off and then lights turning back on, business without Fit Finley pressing the audio cue.
Yeah,
someone's just walking down the steps of the MGM Grand Arena. You're thinking to yourself, is someone going to try to... Is this like an angry fan who's maybe pissed...
Doing the Shield entrance.
Maybe pissed that Chris Jericho, went over. Maybe this is just someone like selling beer. You never know. It's kind of in the corner of your eye. You're not sure. But no, this guy's wearing like camo pants. And
then the crowd starts going, oh, wait a minute.
Some patches on his thing. He's got like a jean vest, and then I'm thinking to myself, okay, that's not an appropriate thing for somebody to wear to work. So he's definitely not an employee. Who could he be? None other than Jon fucking Moxley. Folks at home, did you hear me? Jon fucking Moxley walking down the steps. Just camera following him. JR has no clue what the fuck is going on at this point. I'm fairly certain JR did not. Everyone forgot to told.
I don't think he did. No, I don't think anybody on the.
I don't think anybody knew what the hell was happening. Jon Moxley comes in, walks his way into the squared circle. Pop of the year, by far. Everyone's stoked. He's getting the Moxley chance.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Got a nice Mox on his back.
It's just his Mox on his back. Don't even know what that means. And Chris Jericho is surprised. He's surprised to see him. He's thinking like, oh shit, dude, real sorry about your plant, dog.
Yeah, Mitch.
Real sorry about Mitch, dog. I'm real sorry.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks at him. He's like, what the fuck? Boom. Dirty deeds. I guess maybe that's not what we're calling it anymore.
We'll get a new name for it. But.
Finisher thing on him. Holy shit. Shit. Some heel on heel action. Do you think that's done? Do you think Jon Moxley is fucking done? Newsflash, no, he's not. Because guess who's in the middle of the ring like a sitting duck? Kenny Omega's just sitting there ready to get his ass kicked. And this...
Wait, you forgot he hit the ref too.
He hits a ref with the dirty deeds.
Yeah.
Because Jon Moxley doesn't give a fuck.
No.
Does not give a fuck. He sees Kenny Omega just lying there. What do you think? What do you think a guy like Jon Moxley's going to do to somebody like that who's just fucking lying down? It's going to beat the shit out of him. It's going to beat the shit out of him. These two, like Kenny Omega fights back. These two are making it outside the ring. They're going through the crowd. They're fucking just going at each other, hitting each other with all sorts of shit. Make their way back to the top of the entrance ramp. I think it's Jon. Oh my God.
We'll get over that.
We'll get over that pretty soon. Jon Moxley's climbing up those poker chips just to try to get away from Kenny Omega. And this is where I shit myself. Because so we had the man formerly known as Dean Ambrose taking on, or like in a physical altercation with Kenny Omega with JR on commentary. That was the weirdest fucking moment for me as like as a fan.
Yeah.
Those three kind of people being involved at the same thing in America,
well, to me,
blew my fucking mind. Of course, Jon Moxley gets the dirty deeds on top of the poker chips. He's not done. Fucking just tosses Kenny Omega off the stage.
Yeah, looked like an attitude adjustment almost.
Yeah, it was like an attitude adjustment that just kind of like he didn't land.
And he like breaks, then he kind of broke the stage at the bottom there. Hot finish to an amazing
of course.
show.
That's where we fade out. The crowd's still chanting Moxley.
Yeah.
Dude, what a way to end this amazing show.
Yeah, home run, touchdown, slam dunk. That's fine.
Yeah, I can't have more incredible things to say about this. The way that now it appears as though like Moxley Omega, like that's a fucking thing. We are getting Jericho Page. Yeah.
So they did announce after the pay-per-view that Jon Moxley's first match in AEW will be against Joey Janela at Fyter Fest. So
that is correct.
So maybe the Omega match, if they can hold it off to All Out, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, who knows? That's definitely going to happen. That's a big program.
Yeah, I bet there's no matches for All Out yet. But maybe Moxley has another one. But yeah, he did sign a multi-year deal with the company. Afterwards, he put a great promo up. I think I guess on the All Elites page or whatever, like a backstage thing with him just talking to the camera.
Yeah, and then pretty shortly after, he was announced for some New Japan dates as well.
And then that promo shit my pants, bro. So I think that's in June. I think it's one of the days of the the junior heavyweight tournament. It was announced though that I did hear, so it's going to be Jon Moxley taking on Juice Robinson.
Oh yeah.
For the IWGP United States Championship. So there will be a title on the line, which will be pretty sick. That'll be June 5th. Jon Moxley's debut in Japan. I was watching an interview with Tony Khan, CEO of AEW, and he said that Jon Moxley signed long term with the company, but then everyone's allowed to work independent dates.
Yeah.
Until they actually start on television, which is
the fall
or something like that. So be prepared to see Jon Moxley go on a bit of a run worldwide.
Yeah, no, apparently, he's got indie dates booked as well, like for non-televised, non-other things. So pretty much anywhere but WWE, you can see him pop up at this point. So.
Pretty much every single other place in WWE.
Yeah. But wait, is your work meter, is this still a work? Is Dean Ambrose coming back to WWE?
Jon Moxley is going to be an employee of the AEW company, but maybe someone involved with the tweet of the week believes not.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't want to say.
Okay. I think I already know, but I won't spoil it.
Before we know what happens, I think it's about time we maybe
take.
What?
Okay, yeah.
I was going to say, I think it's about time we maybe take a break.
Yeah, we'll take a little break here earlier than normal because Double or Nothing.
We'll take a break,
big.
But don't worry, not much else is going to happen. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about Raw. We got a tweet of the week. We're going to talk about Raw. We got trivia, SmackDown, of course, Wrestler of the week. Stick around.
Let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, brother, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, brother, yeah.
Okay. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to part 2. What's a good part 2? The Godfather part 2 to our Godfather part 1, which is this week's Shoot Brothers podcast. Folks, you know that we always like to start off the show because that was our review, and now the show starts. God, are we gonna have to split the show? We're gonna have to do 2 shows a week once AEW starts.
If there's demand, we will have a brand split.
It's going to be we're going to have to brand split ourselves, Mike. Let's get ourselves back on track. Let's get ourselves back on track with a tweet of the week. It's the tweet of the week. This week, there were a lot of tweets of the week out there. That was great. Everybody on Saturday from the entire wrestling world was tweeting just... Bailey, Sasha Banks just tweeting, I love wrestling, yeah. I love wrestling. Big E had a good one where he said, I hope everyone enjoys bracket redacted. Good luck at bracket redacted. I thought that was pretty good because everyone was everyone knew what the hell was going on on that.
Big E's got a good Twitter game.
He's got a good Twitter game. But you know what, Mike? Before the break, we were talking about the work meter. We were talking about the shoot meter. This week's tweet of the week belongs to none other than Vince Russo.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Where he tweeted out, "Don't misunderstand me if oh wait. I have the wrong thing. Here we go. No, it's this.
Okay.
It's this right here. Sorry, I had accidentally scrolled.
Yeah.
Vince Russo tweeted, "There's no question that at WWE and at AE Wrestling are in bed together. None. Several things don't add up. When you look at the entire picture, it becomes evident. I'm going to invite some conspiracy dude of his on the new podcast of his to lay this all out. Bro, you're being worked."
Yeah. Oh man.
There you go.
I think Vince Russo worked himself into a shoot.
I think. You know what, folks, and you know what, and we said this a long time ago. I did say that I would go down with the ship. I am man enough to admit that there was a point I was captaining the work shoot meter so hard that I had no choice but to go down with my beliefs. But I got to put this one to rest, bud. I got to put this one to rest.
That's fair. It's fair.
You know what? But imagine if it was a work though, and how much clout I would have right now. If it was actually, I'd be like, fuck you guys, fuck you, you're cool, fuck you.
Vince Russo though, he's off his rocker here. I mean, what does he think? Vince owns both, or he's just working with them, or this is another NXT? They're just off doing their.
Yeah, I think he thinks that Vince owns both.
Yeah.
Not to
say that in the future they will never have some sort of communications with each other like that under the, Like there are ways that they can benefit each other.
Of course,
without having to directly work with each other. But
no, but I don't think I think the executive vice presidents of AEW are good character people. And I don't think they would be selling us how much of like a, we are AEW, we will change the world. I can't see that, and then them like lying to us and then actually working for Vince McMahon. That's really what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their character is too strong for these beliefs. I don't know. Call me crazy, folks. Call me crazy, shoot listeners. But that's what I got. That's my hot take.
Sorry, I missed that last little bit there.
That sounds about right, Mike. Folks, that was the tweet of the week. I think it's about time that we make our way down the weekly ladder to the other company. How is WWE going to respond to arguably the biggest thing that's happened in North American wrestling since the late 90s? How is Vincent Kennedy McMahon going to respond to that?
More wild cards.
Sure. Okay, great. Of course, we're talking about Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw is coming at you live from somewhere, and it's this crowd is anticipating something large after what they've just seen. I would say maybe maybe if I were to guess the percent, I'd say like 50% of the people who kind of attend WWE events, or like at least this one, were aware of what happened 2 days before.
Yeah,
maybe not the children and the parents of the children who go there, but I think like anyone in that like 15 to up group.
Yeah, even if they didn't watch it, they're definitely aware of things that happened and probably saw some clips or something. But
exactly, you knew what the hell was going on. But we kicked off Monday Night Raw with Kofi Kingston of all people.
Wild card, bitches!
Yeah, so they're not even just right away with the wild card.
Just right off the bat. Okay, sure, that's fine. So he comes out urging Lesnar to just fucking cash in on him because we know Lesnar's in the building.
Yeah. But I mean, he's got beef with other guys. He talks about Owens re-injuring Big E and Ziggler attacking him last week. But yeah, he wants the beast. Seth Rollins comes out. He's like, hey, man, I don't want to wait either. So let's find out.
Sure enough, here comes Brock Lesnar with his full fucking thing.
His money in the boombox.
Brock party, whatever you want to call it. It's over.
Man, I love this. This was amazing.
I think this, and this is what sucks, is I think this was my favorite part about Monday Night Raw this week. Was Lesnar actually doing character work, like actually doing something.
This was the most entertaining Brock's been like in years.
Years.
He looked like he was having a blast. He was rocking out. He had the music. He was smiling.
He was smiling.
Dancing.
When have we seen Brock Lesnar smile in a not like trying to be a badass kind of like taunty way? Never.
Yeah. And he was he broke Seth a couple times. He cracked a smile. He was kind of laughing just how ridiculous he was being. But yeah, Brock gets in the ring. They starts playing their music. So New Day's music comes on. He's like, oh yeah. And he starts trying to get Kofi to dance. And then Seth's music starts playing, and then Paul Heyman just starts rocking out, doing his little air guitar.
Yeah.
And Brock just cuts him off, like, "What are you, man? Come
doing?
On!" But yeah, they were so fun. This was so funny there. But yeah, Seth just has enough. He just walks out all pissed off. So then Heyman cuts a promo. It's like, "We were gonna tell you, but Seth Rollins ruined our Brock party, so we're out of here." So yeah,
and they
I love
leave.
the Brock party.
Lesnar, Seth Rollins leaves.
Brock party.
The Brock party's gone. All's left Kofi in the ring, and then Kofi's fucking attacked again by Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, Ziggy shows up. He hits the zigzag on the metal ramp there. He grabs a chair and goes to do the thing he did last week. But Xavier Woods shows up, makes a save, fights with Dolph. They brawl off into the crowd, and Ziggler ends up hitting him, gouging his eyes out a bit.
Yep.
And then somehow Ziggler was the one that got busted open. His face was, I don't know, he had some blood going on. But, yeah, eventually Kofi comes. They were fighting so long, Kofi got hurt and came back to make the save in the same segment. And, yeah, so.
This was really long.
Yeah, it was a little long for basically. They didn't really accomplish nothing other. Yeah, because the match was already set up. So Ziggler's like, I'll see you at Super Showdown. So,
Okay. Yeah. This was super long. which is fine. Raw has a history of starting with long opening segments, so this was nothing new.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, but the Brock party stuff, I loved it. So
Yeah, that was the best part of Raw.
You didn't like this Memorial Day party?
No, I didn't, and here's why. And so every single segment they did this. Like when you're watching like a television show or something, and someone's at a party, and it always sounds like people are talking in the background. That's called Walla, okay? And Walla was like back in the day, they would just record people doing crowd sounds so they could add crowd sounds in, but the people in the back aren't actually talking. Right?
Yeah.
So when you watch like a movie or show, when there's people having a party in the background, nobody's actually talking. They just add subtly add Walla, just people talking in the background, so your voice can always be louder.
Yeah.
They did not do this during this live segment, so every single person was always talking, and that promo between the Usos and the Revival, which we see later on, you couldn't hear Dick. Because all you could hear was fucking Titus O'Neil yelling in the background, or
it was like, oh shit!
Or they had like just 4 random women there who are
I don't know, they're just the party
in
hoes,
the
I guess.
background,
I guess.
It was it was a little it was too like I couldn't follow what the fuck was going on. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I think I got a gist of it.
Okay.
But I was watching with headphones on, so maybe I don't know.
Oh, okay, maybe that.
Yeah. Anyways, the Usos are hosting a little party back there. Hot dogs, hamburgers, whatever.
There we go. Maybe something will come of that later.
Yeah, something might happen. Something might not. It might just be a good old-fashioned party. But, up next we got Shane McMahon. He's coming out to the ring with his buddy Drew McIntyre. He cuts a promo on Roman and starts talking about all these other famous Samoan wrestlers. And he calls out someone from the Samoan dynasty to come out and face him. And he gets, this guy Lance, who's Roman's cousin or something. Or
no, they all have the same tattoos, so they might as well.
Yeah, he had a very similar tattoo to Roman on his tribal thing, and before the match even starts, Drew pulls Lance out and beats the shit out of him, and then throws him back in, the weakened man. And Shane takes advantage, beats him up a bit, and just gets the submission. His little
I don't know if you noticed, he hit what looked like the Judas elbow.
The Judas kick, yes,
Judas
I did.
effect.
That was
and then gets a submission win. Maybe a little. Hey, what the hell was that? I think, So afterwards, Shane gets the win, but then he's, of course, Roman Reigns comes in to attack him immediately.
They start bullying the guy after the match, so Roman comes, saves his family, and
so we're 3 segments in, and we've seen a squash match so far. This is where the AEW chants started. I think this is where I noticed them first.
I didn't really. I did notice one.
Yeah.
But not.
And they were. I mean, so and this is exactly what I was thinking when I was watching Raw. Like, okay, the biggest professional wrestling event ever in North America in the last 20 years that's not WWE just happened. This is gonna be something different. So far, haven't quite felt that yet. We could get there though. We still have, unfortunately, another 2 hours of show. So we could still actually get there. Next up, we do have, is this Brock and Seth?
Brock and Heyman come out again, and so Heyman's like, "All right, now's the time. Now we will inform you about the cash in." Mm-hmm. Rollins interrupts again before they can announce and cuts a promo on his Universal title. It's his life, and fuck your beatbox. And Brock's like, "It's a beast box, bitch." The microphone picked that up. That was good. Seth calls him a joke. He beat him. He could do it again. Calls him a coward. All that. And then Heyman starts reading the contract. And he's like, blah, blah, blah. 1 year from the win. And then Brock's like, wait a minute. A year? And then he just starts slapping Heyman in the face with the contract. I love it. I love it when Brock just bullies him around a little bit.
So of course Brock walks out because he's realized he has a year.
Yeah. And he's like, screw you, and then he leaves.
And that hurt me also, because I also realized, fuck, it's a whole year. Yeah. It was head in my palm in my head, whatever they call it.
It somewhat makes sense storyline-wise that, Brock does not give a fuck that he doesn't even know the rules of the Money in the Bank.
Oh, of course,
would he care?
yeah.
Why would he ever watch it? Why would he ever care?
He's never watched it. He doesn't
doesn't
know what's going on.
He's not going to read the contract. He just thinks it's a title shot, and he's like... Yeah. So, but I love the funny shit with Brock and Heyman. So there you go.
I think like right then backstage we get R-Truth just running around.
Truth and Carmella, a gaggle of jobbers chasing them, and
gaggle of jobbers.
They escape for now.
Gaggle of jobbers. That was funny. Again, two times Brock's been more entertaining than he has been in the past several years. I think up next.
Yeah, this was like. Yeah.
What's that?
No, I said like other than like his matches with AJ and Finn and Bryan, like this is the most entertaining he's been outside of a ring.
Outside the ring, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, we're getting some women's tag action.
Yeah, so a new team here: Becky Lynch and Nikki Cross versus the Iconics, non-title match. But love to see all four of these women compete here. A decent little match. Nikki's getting beaten up for a bit. Becky gets the hot tag, runs wild, and she hits Peyton Royce with her new finisher, the manhandle slam.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, that's what they called it.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see how it catches on. But after the match, Lacey Evans comes out. She does her old gimmick of walking down the ramp and going back up to taunt Becky. So their feud continues.
The feud continues. Yeah, still waiting on this Iconics like real title defense or real.
Yeah, what happened to fucking Kyrie and Asuka? They just disappeared.
They're on the other show, so
I know.
Maybe we'll
even
see
on the
them.
other show,
Maybe we'll see them when we talk about.
It's the wild card. They can come here if they want.
No, remember it's only 3 people per. We've already had Kofi, Roman. So yeah, I guess there's one slot available. Someone else could take it.
Yeah, well, we go back to the Usos party, and the uninvited guests, the Revival, show up. And then Naomi reveals that she invited them behind her husband Uso's back. So she wants to squash the beef. But there's still tension. Let's see what happens later.
We'll see what happens later. Next up, we are getting a match that, hell yeah.
Good match.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
we're getting Cesaro and Ricochet
match.
going at each other for, I think maybe this is the second time straight, or maybe 2 and 3 weeks or something.
Yeah, I think Cesaro beat him last week, so this is the rematch. And another awesome match. Cesaro using all his strength.
Dude,
great chemistry.
There was one uppercut that he did.
Yeah.
And just the way
Ricochet.
the camera caught it, Ricochet just fucking flew.
Yeah. Like right when he hit him, Ricochet did like a full spin flip in the air. And yeah, that was one. Yeah, the camera work caught it right in tight, and that was great. Crowd was into this match as they should be. The finish came eventually. Cesaro flipped Ricochet out of the ring, and then he had his back turned to him. And then Ricochet did like this handspring, and his legs got onto Cesaro's shoulders and pulled himself all the way up, back inside to the ring, and spun around, hit a Hurricane Rana for the pinfall. Awesome finish, great match. This could be the start of a good feud between these. Now they both have one win. I actually want to see them fight again because it was so good.
This could be, and I was thinking the same thing. Unfortunately for me, this isn't the first time this has happened too, where like 2 guys who need wins are feuding with each other at the same time.
Yeah.
This happens a lot, right? And kind of like this 50-50 thing. It's like we need Cesaro to be getting momentum. You know, now that he's sort of like stepped away from this tag thing and still an incredible performer. But we also need Ricochet to be gaining momentum because he's brand new to the roster and equally as incredible as of a performer, right? But instead, we have these guys taking each other on right now. It's like, fuck,
yeah.
I want I want you guys to both be winning and then find each other.
I mean, for now, yeah, if they can have like a mini feud, have a third match, so one of them can have the lead and then kind of separate for a while, but still have that chip on the one shoulder that I beat you. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
come back to it.
Maybe they'll find each other at I forget the name of it, but it's bigger than it's going to be bigger than WrestleMania. I heard.
Oh yeah.
You know that thing WrestleMania
Super
that
Showdown.
you watched? That was horseshit. That was horseshit
No, I think
compared
they said equal to or greater than WrestleMania.
Equal to or so what isn't that what symbol is that in math class?
And they didn't say
equal.
Yeah,
or
they didn't say which WrestleMania either, so it could be the worst.
Oh, it could be pick your worst WrestleMania. It's definitely going to be better than that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's so. But great match. Hopefully see these guys. Fuck yeah, just win on their owns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Samoa Joe comes out next. He cuts a little promo on Ray about having to do the right thing, and he's going to have to give up his U.S. title next week due to injury. Mm-hmm. So Joe's going to be there waiting to take it back. No Dominic. I mean, maybe Dominic will show up and be like, no, Joe, I'm going to fight you.
You know they're American, right? Like, I don't think that's why he does. He's not going to come out like a cholo.
Who said anything about Cholo?
Your the voice you just did.
He has an accent.
Does he?
He hasn't.
I don't think
he
so.
Be
I'm
American.
pretty sure he's just like lives in California. He's not.
He's had a privileged life.
I'm sure he has. Yeah. Coming up next, though. Okay, so it was announced earlier, I guess, that we are getting a fatal 4-way elimination match for winner takes on Seth Rollins at the equal to or greater than WrestleMania show.
Fatal 4-way: Braun Strowman versus The Miz versus Lashley versus Baron Corbin. I want 3 of these guys to lose.
It was supposed to be AJ Styles, but apparently he's injured. So Baron Corbin replaced him, actually.
Boo.
Right? Yeah. Isn't like, okay, so I don't know. This to me was the point of the show where this was the most tone deaf fucking thing I've ever seen. Like, we're 2 days out from Double or Nothing, and Baron Corbin is replacing AJ Styles in the match, going over in the match, and taking on the belt. Like, this could not be more Vince McMahon doesn't understand what the fuck is going on. Does this make sense to you, Michael? Let's shoot. Well, it's your name. It's your middle name. It's your middle name.
The least I could say is at least it wasn't the main event. So.
Oh, thank fuck. It wasn't the main event. I actually rather enjoyed the main event from this show, but...
Yeah.
But yeah,
there was a couple good matches on the show, but this wasn't one of them.
Corbin goes over, and
it wasn't even an elimination match.
I thought it was advertised as that.
It was supposed to be, but then Michael Cole said, because Strowman in the middle of the match, Strowman and Lashley just kind of ran off and fought each other and ran away, and then
fuck that.
So Michael Cole's like, well, they took themselves out of the match, so.
I mean, the only thing that it can be is because. If the equal to or greater than WrestleMania show is just like a throwaway match, give him the throwaway match, because why the fuck not? Like, that's the only thing that kind of makes sense to me, but there's no, like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You lost Moxley, and you're like, you know what's going to get fans back? Baron Corbin going over and taking on a title belt. That's what's going to get our fucking fans back.
It is the throwaway match, and I guess they kind of already know that the show is... I don't know. The show is the show. The Saudi Arabia is always going to be...
Was always going to be that.
Yeah, there's always going to be a taint to it.
Big old taint on Vince McMahon's company.
Taint.
Big old taint. Coming up next.
There's some more Memorial Day party playing beanbag toss. Hey.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
And they were drinking out of red cups. Was it alcohol? We don't know.
We don't know. Was it scissorp? We don't know.
Scissorp? Oh, man.
Could have been.
Yeah. During that beanbag toss, though, Dawson blocks his shot, and then R-Truth comes in. So then Kalisto and Anderson, they try to roll him up, and he kicks out, and then a bunch of guys come running through, and they run off again. So
there you go. Keep on running, R-Truth.
Keep on.
We have next up. So Corey Graves announces this as the final Bray Wyatt.
Well, you forgot about the Firefly
Funhouse. Yeah, no, he says he's like, this is the last one.
Oh, I thought. Sorry. I thought you were about to.
No. This was another just similar to like all the other things.
Yeah, I didn't catch him saying that it was the last one.
I think he did say it was the other one. He gets in a little fight with the Abby on the windowsill, and then he does his creepy spider walk under a limbo pole. It's still very Tim and Eric esque.
But yeah, and he has a little paper plate with the mask painted on it, and he calls his secret the Fiend. So I don't know if that's something to do. I don't know. So did a little limbo. That was it.
Yeah, hopefully we need. I think we're ready for him to come back.
We're ready.
I think we're ready.
I want to see that mask in the person.
Well, no, Double or Nothing just happened, so we better do something big. Right? Get those fans back. Coming up next, we have a new segment. I guess what is it? So it's Corey Graves. Corey Graves' electric chair, where you sit in a prop electric chair and then you answer vetted questions by the fans.
Yeah, nothing's off limits, no matter how controversial.
Again, Double or Nothing just happened. How are we going to respond? Let's ask you. Of course, I did see on Squared Circle that like they weren't plants, but the questions were vetted first. Sami Zayn's in the middle and he's answering questions. I like the one the girl asks about his mixed match tag partner with Becky Lynch.
The ginger snaps.
And then he's like, are you talking about Becky Lynch? And then she just says, duh. And she's holding the belt.
Yeah, duh.
That was really funny.
Sammy's like, where are your parents? They've done a terrible job.
They've done a terrible job. Sammy goes for the heat. He's asking, you guys could ask me anything. You guys could ask me about my love life. I'm a passionate lover. You could have asked me about what I like to do. You could have asked me about AEW.
Yeah, and then, ooh, crowd. Oh, shit.
You knew it was going to happen at one point.
Yeah.
It is really funny to...
I think this was like, because he didn't say anything negative. He just said 3 letters, and it got a huge reaction.
Oh, it got a huge reaction. Of course, what I read is that it was totally planned.
Yeah, so I don't think Sammy's
not going to a business for himself, though. However, during the Double or Nothing show, which I'm 100% sure he watched, Sami Zayn watched, I think Excalibur does call back to El Generico in that Young Bucks Lucha Bros match.
Yeah.
There was like kind of like a off the top of the ropes.
Yeah, the brain buster onto the
That's
turnbuckles.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And he does say like shades of El Generico. So it was funny. And another tweet of the week fucking, nominee I forgot was right after Sami Zayn said that. Nick Jackson just tweeted a photo of him and Sammy. Just like it looks like they're just like out for dinner or something, or just like hanging out one day. And it's just the two of them like selfie mode. So I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. So the AEW, that after he said it, that spawned another small AEW chant, but
AEW,
it was brilliant, good shit. Putting that line in. Seth Rollins finally he comes out to interrupt,
and then we get the match. We get the match between these two.
Yeah, Seth destroyed the electric chair on its very first night.
I know,
threw
too
it
bad.
over. Not that I need to say, I guess it didn't. It had like little paddings, like where electrons would go, but like Sammy wasn't strapped in. They didn't even pretend like it was
it was electric.
Yeah.
You know what? The match was fine. I just think the crowd had enough. The crowd was dead for this match. Maybe worn down by a tough night. Maybe.
Yeah, a couple good matches in there though, but I'd forgotten about the darkened motif for the third hour there. I like the look of it.
Yeah, they did it.
But yeah, they had a good match. But Seth selling the injured knee, Sammy targets it. But another main event for Sammy. He's subtly gotten a main event push the last month.
No wins, but
yeah, Seth gets the curb stomp, but he's so pissed off he hits a second curb stomp and then pins Sammy. Celebrates to end Raw. So.
And that's how our Raw ends. Maybe a little flat from what I thought.
Some good,
maybe expected.
Some good stuff in the beginning and end. Some bad in the. I don't know. That Ricochet Cesaro match was great.
Yeah, definitely one of the highlights.
Brock was great. Brock Party's great.
Definitely one of the highlights. Brock Party, bitches. Okay, that was Monday Night Raw. We're moving over to SmackDown Live, but I think we should throw some. We should probably throw some trivia in the middle. Trivia. Woo. Trivia. Throw a little trivia.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike. Yeah. Of course, I'm sure you've done far more research and fun thought into your trivia question. I have 2 questions for you. How many do you have for me? What's the format of this week's fun?
Mine, I don't know. Yeah, so this week it's not even I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a wrestler's real name, and you have to give me their stage name. So if you know the wrestler.
So is it just a bunch of those?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So how about yeah. Okay. How about you? How many do you have total?
I got 4 names here.
How about you do 2 of your names, and then I'll ask you 1 question, and then the other 2 names, and then I ask you the second question.
All right.
Cool. Let's go.
First name. Rebecca Quinn.
Rebecca Quinn. I'm going to say that belongs to Becky Lynch.
That is it.
Woo.
It's great now. I love that name. It's like a comic book character.
Yeah.
Rebecca Quinn.
It's very close to Harley Quinn.
Becky. Yeah. Becky Quinn. Anyways, there you go. All right. Do you know who this man is? Or woman. Could be both. Terry Bollea.
I do know who that is.
Yes.
That is none other than the Hulk Hogan.
There you go. 2 for 2.
2 for 2, baby. So here we go. My first question is Dustin Rhodes related. More specifically, Gold Dust related. How many non-hardcore titles does Gold Dust have? You can give me reigns, or I would like if you could do reigns and specific titles, that would be sick.
Yeah.
But
okay, so I think he's 3-time Intercontinental Champion. And then
in WWE, we're talking not WCW.
Yeah.
We're talking WWE.
Yeah, so three Intercontinentals, at least 3 tag teams. Let's see, he did once with Cody, once with Stardust, once with Booker T. There might be one other one in there. I don't know. I'll just say 6 titles.
You were right, sir. Right on every single one of them.
All right.
I was not including hardcore championships where he is a 9-time hardcore champion, but I figure, we'll leave that one out for the sake of what we're doing.
Sweet.
There you go. Wow, we're both
all right.
Okay. Final round of questions. We're both going in perfect right now.
Yes. Can you name this person?
Name the person.
Alan Jones.
Alan Jones.
Alan Jones.
I'm gonna say my guess is gonna be I don't know, so I'm gonna guess Alan Jones is his real name, or his in-ring name is known as fuck, I literally have no one. Who is it?
Well, Alan Jones, AJ Styles.
No, fuck off. I love that guy.
Yeah. So there you go. That's where the AJ came from. No, I actually didn't know his name either. I just learned his name for this, and that's where the AJ comes from. Now we know.
Yeah.
All right. Final name. A funny one for me. So Michael Hickenbottom.
Michael Hickenbottom.
Yes, Michael Hickenbottom.
Hickenbottom. Michael
name.
H.
Michael Hickenbottom.
H.
So similar to the last one, there might be a hint in the name, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for like the Michael
I don't know.
Hickenbottom.
Michael Hickenbottom.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Dolph Ziggler.
No, it is Shawn Michaels.
Michael Hickenbottom.
Yeah, Hickenbottom's an interesting name. Anyways, that's all my.
Wow.
I wasn't too creative this week. I just got.
It's not about creativity. It's just about you always bring the creativity. Mike, that was a fun little casino battle royale that we got to watch, eh?
Yes.
We all recognize many faces, but Mike, maybe you recognized the performer that we known as Luchasaurus.
Maybe.
In the NXT developmental brand, what was Luchasaurus' name?
Ah, damn.
A former WWE employee.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't know.
You know what? I thought this question, maybe you would know. I certainly didn't know until I looked into it. Luchasaurus used to perform under the name of Judas Devlin, which I thought was pretty fun.
Yeah.
That Devlin name's tossing around anyways. No, he was with the company until 2014 when they released him after he had a spinal injury.
Well, yeah, Luchasaurus though, he was cool. He was fun in the battle royal. He had some fun.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 eliminations too. He was the
made it to the final 4.
He was the big
3.
motherfucker of that, and used to be an employee for WWE. So that's pretty fun.
Go. Yeah, he's got a cool look, cool gimmick.
Cool gimmick. Speaking of cool gimmicks, we're back for SmackDown Live. That was a bad transition. Folks, SmackDown Live is coming at you live from Oklahoma, and I know what you're thinking. As soon as you hear it's in Oklahoma, you think to yourself, Elias, what rhymes with Durant? And I'm thinking, I'm thinking of all the things that could rhyme with sports. What rhymes with thunder? You never know. Who are the wild cards going to be? Again, this is the first SmackDown Live since arguably the biggest non-WWE wrestling event to happen in North America in the last 20 years. So it's going to have to be coming out hot.
Yeah, Kevin Owens. Is that hot enough for you?
That's hot enough, baby. Of course, Kevin Owens kicks off the show, and it doesn't kick off with, like, promo or anything. It kicks off with the ring announcer saying, like, making his way down to the ring, as if a match is about to start.
Yeah, and I guess we kind of did. First, Owens insults Kofi a little bit, and Kofi comes out. He's like, yeah, you're a bad person and a liar. So then we get a match, Kofi versus Owens.
We get the match right there, exactly.
Yeah. So, good little match here. They get along well in the ring, but Kofi gets the win with the Trouble in Paradise. Man, nothing too specific other than that.
I feel like that's how it ended during Money in the Bank. Of course.
Yeah. I mean, so good match, but just keeping Kofi strong here. He's already got his title match for Super Showdown, so he doesn't need to be losing anything.
Right, against Dolph Ziggler. I think we got to get Kofi. We got to get Kofi present. He's got to be on the show. He's the wild card. He's got to be back. So just fine.
Kevin Owens will not be traveling there, so
I did see that he chose not to.
Yeah, I think as a Canadian and Saudi Arabia have a bit of a tension. And so,
oh, do they? I did not know that.
Yeah, politically.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
okay.
But after this, we go back. R-Truth and Carmella, they're still running around with the 24/7 title backstage. Drake Maverick's taping up some wanted posters. We'll see them later.
We'll see if they come back later. But in the ring, making their way down to the ring for a special interview, we have Rowan and the new Daniel Bryan, the SmackDown Tag Champs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bryan cuts a little promo talking about the tag division, what a joke it's become, and it's making them cringe. And yeah, they're the greatest tag team of all time. They dedicate their lives to saving the planet, and you stupid crowd, you shove burgers and hot dogs into your mouth all weekend, and out comes Heavy Machinery. Here's some boys that can eat a dog or two.
Connect with the blue-collar Oklahomians.
Yeah.
That are out there.
That's exactly what Tucker says. Time to get down to some blue-collar business. And that business is the SmackDown Tag Titles. So then a referee comes out. We're like, are we getting this match right now? And Bryan says, yeah, we accept your challenge, but we're not having it in this fracking state of Oklahoma. Yeah, he made a point about the fracking.
This was hilarious.
Yeah, this was great.
What better way to poke fun at how weak the tag division is than by not having a tag match? Like, the booking essentially proves exactly what Daniel Bryan was trying to say, right? He's like, this is a joke.
But at the same time, it also helps give Heavy Machinery their first real feud and storyline. So, like, by saying they're a joke, he gets them involved in a real match, and now, hopefully they can start gaining some steam.
Yeah, hopefully it's more than a Saudi Arabia pre-show thing. Because they like to do.
I don't think Bryan's going.
Oh, right, he doesn't go to those things, right?
Yeah,
forgot.
So he's got some convictions,
which is probably good.
But no, good for him. Good for Heavy Machinery though. I like that they're in a program here. Should be fun. I can't wait to see Bryan and Otis go back and forth on the microphone. That'll be great. They're just like, what the hell are you even saying? But after this, we go backstage to the Fire and Desire, right? Mandy and Sonya.
I think that's what they're calling themselves.
We screwed that up for a little while, but they're backstage handing out copies of the new Muscle and Fitness Hers magazine with Mandy on the cover. They run into Amber Moon, who's reading Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. She's such a brooding character, you know.
I think her character reflects that in the novelization.
Yeah. Next week, she'll be reading Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
She's a real horror junkie. I like it.
A real horror junkie. It'd be funny if it's like an Archie comic one week. Just for fun.
Yeah.
She's a fun chick.
Yeah. Sonya just dumps a pile of magazines on her, and they leave. A couple of bullies. But Mandy Rose has a match, though. Carmella versus Mandy. This is Corey Graves' dream matchup once again. And Mandy hits her C trigger again at one point, and man, it's looking good.
Yep.
Looking good.
It's looking better every time.
At one point, Sonya jumps up to distract Carmella, so Mandy gets the roll up, and she gets her win there. So, but this leaves Truth all alone because he didn't come out with Carmella this week, so he gets jumped by Jinder, but he fends him off, and he goes and hides in a photo booth while all the jobbers run by again.
The jobber parade. Was No Way Jose there? I didn't notice.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I know. He's one that I don't even.
It's just
even the 24/7 title's too good.
I just get so upset when I see him. I'm just like, no, dude, no.
Mm-hmm. But we got another Aleister Black promo, and I felt like this one was almost speaking to me directly because I was getting sick of his shit, and I just want to see him fight. But then this promo, he actually kind of addressed that. He's like, yeah, I know you just want me to pick a name and fight, but I'm waiting here patiently for someone to pick me. So I'm like, I pick you.
I pick you, Aleister.
That's how it works. Then Finley's like, oh, he did it. We got to do it. But yeah, so Black.
He's got to get in that Finley lineup. Like maybe he doesn't know the protocol. Maybe to Aleister Black, he's waiting for a phone call of someone to say, like, hey, man, you have a match tonight. Where in reality, you have to wait in the Fit Finlay line. That's how you get your match. Maybe he just doesn't. Maybe he just thinks it's different. Maybe it doesn't work the same way. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I know what you're saying, but not everyone knows the rules of Fit. And
that's why we have to educate.
Anyway. Yeah. But another guy who can just make and break the rules, Shane McMahon, he's coming out next with Drew and Elias for Shane Appreciation Night. So they got his World Cup trophy out there, and they play a little video package to himself, and Elias plays a song calling Shane the best. So then in the middle of all this, R-Truth comes running through the crowd. He's being chased by Drake. They get in the ring, and Truth hits Drake with his little release suplex thing, and he pins him. The first successful title defense.
Which I didn't know was a thing. I didn't know you had to defend your title. I just thought you had to not lose it.
I mean, you don't have to either. I mean, but technically nothing was stopping Drake from getting right back up and going right back for it.
Yeah.
But the three heels in the ring, they're not impressed with being interrupted, so they all just beat up Truth. Elias hits the drift away, Drew hits the Claymore, and then Elias covers Truth, and he pins him to become the new 24/7 champion. So Elias' first title win in WWE.
Yeah, this was a fun way to pay off R-Truth's, gallivanting the past couple weeks, which was fun. Shane McMahon dropped Kevin Dunn's name. I don't know if you caught that one, too. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, was it after the video package?
After the video package. Like, I want to thank you, production team, Kevin Dunn. You're not going anywhere, bud. Like, what a weird way. What a weird thing to let us in on. Like some contract negotiations between Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon, and he's just like, love you, bud. Weird.
Fuck Kevin Dunn.
Weird.
Fuck you, Kevin Dunn. Shane finishes his promo. They set up a match for later, Elias and Drew versus Truth and Roman, but Shane says he is suspending the 24/7 rules so Elias can focus on his match.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. And then we get a quick tea time backstage with Charlotte and Lacey Evans before Lacey comes out for her match versus Bayley. Charlotte's on commentary. Just a quick little match. Lacey does her hanky spot again. Charlotte gets in Bayley's face at one point.
Still don't know where
so
she's pulling those out of, though. That's what.
Oh, I know where they're coming from.
Jesus Christ, Mike! It's not that kind of show. It's not that kind of show.
Okay. So Lacey. She tries to get Bayley on the distraction, but Bayley reverses it and gets the pin. And then after the match, Charlotte beats her up. Or no, Charlotte attacks Lacey. What a bitch! Yeah, hate you, Charlotte.
This was a great match.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain anytime I see Lacey, and Bayley knows how to work, so good stuff.
Exactly. It seems like we've been waiting for a heel Bayley, but it feels like we're in a new face Bayley thing right now, like a smarter.
Yeah, like she's really, that Money in the Bank really helped. And like she is wrestling a bit more stiff, a bit more aggressive, which I think is coming in, She's even said herself. She's less about hugging now. She's trying to be more serious without having to be a full-on heel. So, yeah, it's worked.
Exactly, right? Because I think the transition from previous, because I mean she's still very much like hugger section. She's got her fucking big wavy things, but like that would be tough to go to like piece of scum heel to fully turn. Those are huge spectrums right there, right? Maybe by bringing her a little more to the middle, turning her heel in the future is a little bit easier.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, it's still on the table.
It's still on the table.
Just give her a bit more edge for now, so she's not such a sucker.
It's gonna keep us guessing.
Yeah, so good stuff, and
I think it's main event time.
Yeah, they do a quick announcement just saying Undertaker's gonna be on Raw.
Oh yeah. Okay, great. Well, what's he gonna do? He's gonna say in Saudi Arabia, Goldberg.
Like, I'm gonna Goldberg.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna make $1 million each, pal.
Money.
Yeah.
Let's just get it right now, though. So there will be an Undertaker video package before he comes out, presumably.
On Monday.
Probably, right?
Maybe. I don't know. Sometime I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he'll just come out and chokeslam Elias again.
Oh my God. Shouldn't he? Is Goldberg going to be? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
It's main event time, folks. Earlier on in the night, Shane McMahon said that Roman Reigns and R-Truth would be in a tag match taking on Elias and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, standard main
match,
event
I guess.
Match.
Like R-Truth comes out, he's hurt, and he spends a lot of time kind of like taking
the beating. Roman gets the hot tag, and he hits the spear for the win. Yeah, he hits the spear on Elias for the win. So my question is, if Shane hadn't put the 24/7 stipulation on hold, would Roman be the new 24/7 champ here?
And that was also a question because, like, all you
Like
need
if you're in a match, but you're
all you need is a ref. So
yeah, because the refs, even though he's counting in the tag match, shouldn't it still count for the title? Yeah, I don't know.
like I was also in the impression as soon as that happened, I did think about that. But no, I think he spears him a couple times. Then Reigns is like, "Yo, Truth, fucking get your title back." And
there you go, bud. Come on, bud.
So Truth climbs on top of Elias, gets the 1, 2, 3.
Your first ever 2-time 24/7
First
champ.
ever 2-time thing. You know what? Yeah,
Second ever.
This is a great thing. This is a great Truth thing to have, this 24/7 title.
I think he's actually, I don't know, I'm having fun with it so far. He's making it feel like it's fun. Like it means something to him, so it'll mean something. Like the crowd will have fun.
Exactly, right? I think the 24/7 element is exciting, but as long as it happens with like an idea, Truth loses it eventually to somebody else who has fun with it.
Yeah, and like giving Elias that quick little title thing, it was fun for the night, and now he can say he's a champion of some sort.
He is a champion he is a Vince McMahon champion.
Yeah.
And that's it. That was SmackDown.
Yeah, Truth and Roman, they celebrate. Roman's just making friends with everyone, Miz, Truth, all the baby. Now that the Shield's all done forever.
Yeah, he needs friends now. He needs friends.
Like, hey, guys.
Poor guy. Okay. We're at the end of our SmackDown week. We're at the end of our Raw week. We're at the end of our professional wrestling week. I think that means we have a wrestler of the week, and then we're going to go home. Is that what that means?
Yeah, we're going home.
We're going home, baby. But first, it is the wrestler of the week.
It's the wrestler of the week, of the week. Wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week.
It all happened.
Yeah,
If Kawhi Leonard could have been my wrestler of the week, he's my honorary wrestler of the week, I want to say.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard, honorary performance. But in reality, no, I got to give my wrestler of the week to the Young Bucks collectively. That match had me, right after an emotional match, it had me like standing up. It had me like slapping on my the ottoman in my living room. I had such a fun time.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks. Way to go.
Yeah, there you go. Matt and Nick. Good boys.
Good boys.
Yeah, another good man I have to give it to here. Dustin Rhodes. Got to give it to him. What a performance. The best of his life, the best of his career, the best of Cody's career. But Cody, I would give it to you as well. But Dustin, he bled. He did it just a little bit more. So I got to give it to Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, that was Dusty's match, I think. Oh, sorry, Dustin's match. Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't. You know what I mean.
Yeah, no, 5 stars though for both men. They both, it was perfect. Best match, one of the best matches you'll ever see in your life.
I can't wait till Uncle Dave has something to say about that card.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing his ratings.
Curious. I think a lot of people, such as us in the media, are very curious about what he has to say.
And
about that
fucking
card.
the next, so your wrestler of the week, my wrestler of the week, they're gonna meet each other at the next pay-per-view and tag match. That should be great as well.
Oh shit, that's true.
Cody and Dustin versus the Bucks.
That's true.
Or whenever that happens, that's gonna be hot.
I think that one's at the Fight for the Fallen. They're doing like a fundraiser.
Oh yeah, so that's like in July
event.
or something.
Yeah, for victims of gun violence in Florida, which is sweet. Vince McMahon would literally never do that. He would never give money to support those affected by gun violence. Boom. Just how they're changing company right off the bat. There you have it, folks. Our wrestlers of the week. Anything else to shoot about? I've got one thing that I gotta recommend to you, Mike, and you listeners at home. But Mike, you gotta catch this one. Because this morning, or I guess yesterday, it dropped the latest edition of Talk Is Jericho, featuring Jon Moxley.
Yes. I am gonna. I've seen some snippets, and I'm gonna listen to the whole thing tonight because it sounds like it's.
Yeah, man.
It sounds like it's on the level of the CM Punk Colt Cabana con.
I listened to the whole thing. I gotta say,
yeah. No, it sounds good.
I gotta say, folks at home, you gotta listen to it. I would say definitely since the CM Punk Colt Cabana thing, this is on par, if not crazier than that. This will be the most. I think this will be the most. This chunk will be the most important kind of like journalism from professional wrestling of the year. Will be kind of like this excerpt from this podcast. Everyone, you gotta check this out.
So how long is the episode?
Yeah, I want to say like an hour and a half or something, maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
There's
is he there the whole episode, or is it like is the whole thing an interview with him and Dean?
Well, they do ads, 'cause
I know that,
but
I mean,
it's the two of them. I'd say out of the hour and a half episode, maybe 15 minutes of ads or whatever, and then the rest of it is just them going for it.
Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna listen to that tonight or at some point today.
Everyone at home, you should listen.
As soon as it was released, people were buzzing about it. So.
And if you really want to shoot, we can shoot about that to kick off the show next week. But holy shit! Okay, folks, that's all we have this week for the.
Well, I almost forgot.
For the Shoot Brothers podcast.
NXT.
What did you forget?
NXT 25 happens this Saturday. We'll go real quick over this.
Just give me the matches, and I'm gonna pick someone.
So it's NXT 25. This is the first takeover not called because it's in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and that doesn't sound cool. So,
takeover Bridgeport.
The 25th takeover, though, I counted it. It's the 25th. All right, on the undercard here, we got Matt Riddle versus Roderick Strong, just a singles match.
Let's go, Matt.
Solid match. Yeah, Matt's going to continue his streak of great matches. Then we got the Velveteen Dream defending his North American title versus Tyler Breeze, who's coming back down to NXT.
This will be fun, but Dream
will keep it.
Literally after watching this week, Dream is all they have. So they can't fuck that guy up. He's all they have.
But I am happy that Breeze is going, he's wanted to go back down to NXT for a while because they aren't doing shit with him. This could open the door for more guys coming in and out.
And I did see the promos leading up to this, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch happen. I did see Drew Gulak, I think, did a match in NXT recently also.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I didn't watch that, but
anyways.
Yeah, some exchanging. I like that. And then we got after this a ladder match for the vacant NXT Tag Team Championships because the Viking Raiders, when they got called up, they just left the titles. They just said, all right, we're done.
Imagine that. So imagine you work really hard on something, and then your father-in-law just takes it and makes you have to clean up the mess.
Yeah,
because that's essentially what happened, right?
Yeah, so you're living with they're living with their mom. They have a good life. They get some good stuff. Then their dad's like, no, you're coming with me now, and you can't take your toys with you. And then you have no say. Yep. And we're changing your first name. Just how it works.
That's how it works.
That's literally what happened.
Oh my god.
But one of these teams is going to profit off of their lost. Oney Larkin and Danny Burch versus the Street Profits. Versus the Undisputed Era versus the Forgotten Sons.
Shit, that's actually a cool card.
Yeah, and that's ladder match. That'll be right there. That's fun.
I'd love to see Street Profits go over. I'd love that.
Yeah, they've been building some steam a little while over the last little bit, and
cool.
Undisputed Era, they've had their runs.
So is it like Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish?
Yeah, because Roddy Strong's facing Matt Riddle at the end of the night. And Adam Cole's in the main event.
Ooh.
So the whole Undisputed Era is fighting.
Okay, cool.
But before the main event, we have the women's title match, Shayna Baszler versus Io Shirai. And come on, Shayna, lose that fucking thing already.
She might. Well, yeah. Who knows? Yeah. Who knows?
I mean, I thought Belair was going to win it all those months ago.
Yeah, we did. But we thought last pay-per-view, we thought she was going to go over. Maybe we'll keep it on Shayna Baszler for a little bit more.
They might. Maybe they'll keep it till Toronto and then have the big loss there.
Yeah.
And then we go nuts.
To somebody. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. But anyways, on to the main event. We get the rematch. Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole for the NXT Championship. Just a single fall match this time, but still sure to be a barn burner.
It's going to be a barn burner. And really, I don't know where this is going.
Yeah, like if Gargano wins again, who's next?
Because Adam Cole doesn't deserve another chance, but I think if they're gonna save something big, they're gonna save it for TakeOver Toronto. One, because I sure as hell hope they do, like fingers crossed, and secondly, because it's the bigger weekend, right? It's the SummerSlam weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's kind of just
so unless
this takeover feels one of the most least promoted of in a long time. Just
exactly,
based on everything, like where it's slotted in between all these other shows,
where it is
not as
locally,
much
like it's in Connecticut,
like Connecticut, Bridgeport, and
So Maybe some interference. Maybe we'll see some sort of nonsense leading to an incomplete match or something, or a double count out, or maybe we will see something. Because then again, Johnny Gargano just got this, right? Like, who's to say he can't hold it for a year?
Yeah, he could. I mean, yeah, it's weird because we thought he was very close to being, or I thought he was very close to being main roster call-up, and then, yeah, the Ciampa injury, I think, derailed a lot of things.
Well, I think this is where we would be anyways, right? I think, like, if let's say Ciampa was going to lose at that last pay-per-view when Gargano finally won, I think Adam Cole was kind of, like, next in line anyways for that title. Like, this is, like, the logical next step, I think.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, we need to see that belt on Adam Cole.
At some point, fuck. And
like, before the end of the year. I'm going
to say shenanigans ending, and that's how this main event is going to go down.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess Johnny Gargano's kind of been aligned with Matt Riddle recently, so, you know, if Undisputed Era tries to fuck with the match, Matt Riddle can even the score and kind of leave to shenanigans that way. And I don't know. We'll see.
That's my guess. I have a shenanigans ending, no contest.
Okay. Yeah. I think Gargano keeps the belt either way.
Okay, there you have it, folks. That's going to be on Saturday, I guess. Saturday, you can find it live.
Yeah,
on
this
the WWE
Saturday.
Network.
So, and the Raptors game's on Sunday, so we can watch this uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted, finally, folks. That's all.
Yeah, game 1 tomorrow. Game 2 Sunday.
Baby, here we go, folks. That's all the time that we have for you this week. Remember to rate, review, like, and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, YouTube, all the things. Again, God damn it, AEW. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. That's what we're going to...
And God damn it, Raptors.
And God damn it, Raptors, folks. We hope you...
Even if you're not a Toronto fan, you probably don't like the Golden State Warriors. So.
Yeah, that's what you got to remember. There's a lot of people just cheering against Golden State, right?
Yeah.
So
every league has that one. You know, in NFL, there's New England, and NBA, Golden State. Yeah,
I think,
MLB, the Yankees.
I think every single, like, everyone is against is against Golden State right
now. They're the Roman Reigns. They're the John Cena of the the baby face that never loses. That
the Roman Reigns.
We're all sick of.
I love that. I love that one.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike. That's all the time we have. I think it's about time we get the fuck out of here.
All right. Good shoot.
Okay. Good shoot, brother. We'll see you next week, folks. Bye.